Hey babies, I've got a little nugget for you. I was delving into some Hebrew studies, and I came across a word meaning, a kedem, which means east. And I'm grasping the concept that in Hebrew understanding there are implications of dimensions when they say something like east. There's a spatial component. The east, it's that way. Literally, yeah, it's that way. But there's a connotation of time on it also, as in ancient. So kedem means east and ancient. And immediately when that discovery was made here, I'm feeling I got a revelation that there is a summons that we are to embrace the new things that God is doing. That there are like who's that? Cain. After he was sinned, he had sinned, and he was assigned east of Eden. And it suddenly, that leaves you in our modern understanding of thinking like, well, we can figure out what the proximity of Eden is, and then there's a particular direction away from that, and then you want to think geographically and pinpoint it on a map and say it must have been over this way. Our modern understanding wants to calculate stuff like that, but that's the Hebrew perception is a lot broader. So when the Bible says that the Cain was assigned east of Eden, it was kedem from Eden. So there's an ancientness, there is a dimension of time from Eden, and in the Hebrew understanding, there's also something that to consider here, that the past is something that is in front of you. You can see it, you can perceive it, you can analyze it, and the future is something behind you because it's hidden and you don't know. And so there's a shift of perceptions going on here. And when it says that there is a possible spatial and time component to Cain being assigned east of Eden, this is just what's coming to me, that God's doing a new thing, that the program of God was what was in Eden, that there was a new thing on earth that God was bringing to pass. And applicably to us, modern day, I'm just perceiving that when we are not aware, what is Isaiah somewhere says, behold, I do a new thing, it springs up before you, do you not perceive it? And it's like we are consigned east of Eden. We are consigned in a former paradigm. Our perception is limited to things that have gone before, and we are cut off from the new thing that God is doing. And that was the judgment on Cain. He was cut off from the new thing that God was doing because he was holding on to former ways and means. And it's like the religious devil, that trick in our minds that the religious devil plays, that everything's got to be just so, and we've got to have things as it was, and this is the way we've always done things, blah 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 blah. So I'm just feeling really encouraged by this revelation to embrace and to embrace the new thing, to inquire of God, what are you doing, and removing my imagination's expectations and thoughts from ways that God's done things previously, and being open to something that I have to grasp, something that my understanding needs to come in and play a part of, something that is beyond my imagination. So God's doing a new thing. Just let's get on board.